Good afternoon and welcome to episode 4 of the Dinner Stories. What am I going to cook today? Would you like some clues? Peppers, onions, tomato puree, tin tomatoes, mozzarella, buffalo mozzarella. We're going to need milk, a little bit of flour and cheese. Now this is your final clue. Have you got it yet? Lasagna. Everybody has their own variation of lasagna and I absolutely love it and I think it's fabulous for a dinner party, a fancy bit of dinner in the week, and it's something you can make way before, day before, 2 days before. Put it in the fridge or even the freezer and you can leave it out, you can leave it ready to cook and nothing else for you to do. So you can be entertaining yourself or your guests and you have got a fabulous homemade dinner. So here we go, let's do onions. It's my favourite. This is a story about a wedding. Not my wedding. A wedding I was invited to in London at a very prestigious place. You're going to know exactly where I went. It is in the city. It is in the most gorgeous place if you could get married there. A well-known church at St. Paul's. Went with another couple. This was early 2000s. I had the most gorgeous drop-waisted dress. It was in navy and cream and I had a beautiful hat. I would say almost sort of retro style. Absolutely loved it. A bit of a straw bow going on. And I had a little bow at the back that came down. I thought I looked $1 million. Lasagna, you can use fresh, you can use dried. Let me give you the tip I use when using dried. Make my lasagna sheets a little softer is spread tomato puree on them. Now the next job is to get your sauce on the way. You're going to be making a cheese sauce. I tend to do about half a pint. Quick sauce. Milk in the pan. On a dessert spoon. You're just looking for a reasonable knob of butter. So there I was with the husband, me in a delightful navy 1920 style drop waist dress, and yes, with fully fashioned stockings, tan with a seam all the way down the back, strappy navy heels. Oh, and the husband didn't look too bad either. This couple always turn up with the most amazing outfits, always larger than life, always up for fun, dressed to impress, and they love a party. Now just before I add the mince, I'm going to add a tiny bit of garlic. Not a great lover, as you know. So it's all cooking down nicely. Let that sit for a minute whilst you continue stirring and making your sauce. This is the bit that takes a while. The skill of learning a white sauce is well worth it. Dennis, the other couple's husband, was wearing a very traditional morning dress, very much like rest of the wedding attendees. And Yvonne, well, a sort of Mrs. Bouquet who got lost at a Mardi Gras, but the pièce de résistance was her hat. That was an understatement, let me tell you. It was actually more of a meringue with fruit and feathers. Carmen Miranda, eat your heart out. With Yvonne and her hat, we selected to sit near the back as not to obscure other guests. I did say, can't you take it off? And the reply was no, as all my hair will fall down because I've got it sort of secured using the hat as a prop. Many guests commented, stared, some in enjoyment, some in envy, and some just in abject horror as to what had landed on her head. Standing up and sitting down the many times required for hymns was a task in itself, as the hat wobbled so much I could imagine a fake plastic orange rolling down the aisle to the couple doing their vows, and somebody picking it up to nibble. The service went without a hitch, and we all followed the bride and the groom outside. The bishop was shaking hands with as many people as possible. And then Yvonne came into view with the hat. They shook hands and he thanked her for attending and then said, "Madam, in all my years, I have been upstaged by many people, but never, never by such an amazing creation as your hat. Thank you." So the mince is all cooked with the peppers and the onions. We've got a little garlic in there, and we're just going to tap in just a little bit of chili flakes. And then you want this to be cooked down to become a rich, deep tasting sort of ragu. So I'm going to leave it to simmer and I'm going to get changed. Well, here we go, all ready to serve this beautiful lasagna and a little bit of garlic bread. That's not for me. So, thank you very much for watching and hope to see you soon for the next dinner stories. Bye for now.